Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the government looking a little bit more closely at Tesla and its self-driving features. Then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. I told people this was going to happen from the beginning, and that's why on this channel, I have crapped on Tesla to no end. But it's not because I think Tesla's a bad company. It's because most of these fanboys out there, they don't understand that in the real world, stuff doesn't work out like you think it's going to. So one of the major things, and it's why I crap on Kathy Woods, it's why I take a dump on some other YouTubers, Warren Redlick, Stealth Wealth, Jeremy Financial Education, Meet Grift Kevin, anybody who is a complete Tesla shell. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean that you're bullish on Tesla. Tesla occupies even up to a 10% weighting in your portfolio. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the morons that just think Tesla is going to go to $10 trillion. It's 100% of their portfolio. They're idiots. So let's get into this article, and I'll share my thoughts on it. Oh, by the way, I should be back to doing cash flows. Probably going to do a cash flow on Baba. I'm going to start doing them again, because I'm almost off of this new training. So I'm going to be going to a shift that works better for me. The only reason I didn't make discounted cash flows during this time is it's a little bit more involved. So like if I come on here, it's really easy for me to just kind of rant on an article. If I feel good after work and I'm not exhausted like I normally am, I can be funny in it. The cash flows just require a little bit more effort that I was just frankly too exhausted to do. And I was also worried about making a mistake, and I don't like costing people money. So that's why I kind of put it on hold. But they'll be back. Don't worry about it. I enjoy doing discounted cash flows and looking at stocks. So if you have some, start throwing suggestions in for me. I'll write them on the whiteboard as they come in, and I'll start hammering them out probably in about 2 weeks. Anyways, back to this. So Tesla autopilot scrutiny grows as federal inquiry gets upgraded. U.S. authorities have expanded an investigation into Tesla's autopilot system after about a dozen collisions at crash scenes involving first responder vehicles, the latest sign that regulators are stepping up scrutiny of the automated driving features. The investigation, initially announced by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in August, was widened to cover over an estimated 830,000 Tesla models Y, X, S, and 3. Vehicles from the 2014 model year onward. The regulator, which has the power to deem cars defective and order recalls, said the vehicles now under investigation have been involved in 14 crashes that resulted in 15 injuries and 1 fatality. The inquiry was also converted from a preliminary investigation to an engineering analysis. According to the documents posted on Thursday on the NHTSA website, the agency says the move will allow it to extend the existing crash analysis and take other steps to determine the extent to which Tesla's technology may exacerbate human factors or behavioral safety risks by undermining the effectiveness of the driver's supervision. Tesla didn't respond to requests for comments. Its shares fell 0.9% on Thursday. The stock was down 31% this year through Wednesday's close. In a statement, NHTSA addressed a common misconception over automated driving systems, often referred to as self-driving, saying that no commercially available motor vehicle today are capable of driving themselves. In the documents posted Thursday, the agency cited foreseeable misuse of autopilot as a factor in its decision to expand the inquiry. A driver's use or misuse of vehicle components or operations of a vehicle in an unintended manner do not necessarily preclude a system defect. The agency wrote, this particular case, if the driver's behavior in question is foreseeable in the light of the system's design or operation, Tesla is facing increased federal scrutiny on multiple fronts. Last week, NHTSA announced it's investigating 758 complaints of Tesla cars that suddenly brake at high speed, part of an inquiry launched in February into the so-called phantom braking phenomenon. No crashes or injuries stemming from the braking issues have been reported. Tesla has marketed driver assistance feature using the names Autopilot and Full Self-Driving that still require drivers to keep their hands on the wheel. The company has drawn criticism, blah, blah, blah. We're almost at safety. Okay, you get the general point of this article. So why am I covering it? Well, I'm covering it for this reason. When you're investing, what you don't want to do is invest on the bull case, everything works out scenario. I've been talking about this for years. I don't have a degree in computer engineering. I'm not a computer scientist, and I don't work at an automobile factory, but yet with a little bit of research, and mostly my research was done a while ago, and that was reading a lot of Ray Kurzweil's stuff and then reading up on the self-driving car before the hype ever took off in Tesla. So that's how I knew Tesla's self-driving feature wasn't going to be here by 2024 or 2025. For the people who are saying out there, I want you to think about this in this way. Elon Musk has been promising you a self-driving vehicle since 2015 or 2016 when he made the first claim. It could even be as late as 2017 where he said, you'll have full self-driving by the end of the year. Do you have full self-driving now? No, you don't. Elon Musk is actually on record as calling the self-driving feature a parlor trick, the parking feature. So that would indicate Tesla is nowhere near full self-driving automation. When you go and you look at the ARK Invest assumptions, these guys were telling you that, by 2024 or 2025, think about 2024. 2024 is a year and a half away. Do you really think Elon Musk is going to solve the self-driving problem in 1.5 to 2.5 years so that your automated taxis are going to be out there on the road? That was one of my biggest sources of contention when I was looking at everybody on the internet saying, there's that one skinny guy that's never done a curl or hard labor in his entire life who goes like this, something, I don't know, he has a Hispanic name, but that guy was telling you, you're going to, like Tesla, when you buy it, it's going to be an investment because your robo-taxi will be out driving people to and fro. Well, in all honesty, that wouldn't make you a lot of money. Here's why. Self-driving feature in the Tesla vehicles comes online. You are going to use your car as a robo-taxi. Elon Musk said it would generate you $20,000 or $30,000 a year. Okay, so what's going to happen at that point is everybody with a Tesla and everybody's going to rush into the market and send out their cars as robo-taxis. Thus, the price of a ride in a robo-taxi is going to go down. Don't get me wrong. I think engineers and computer scientists, I believe technology will evolve to the point where you have self-driving cars. I don't think you're going to have what you would picture as a self-driving car till at the very earliest 2035. You can call me a moron and you can tell me that I'm wrong, but time is going to prove me right on this. Yeah, you'll have little self-driving automated cars that can drive around in cities like Chicago or New York City, gridded cities. That's really not as hard as a lot of people want to say it is. I don't know everything that goes into it, obviously, but I've read enough engineers on self-driving that they've said it's really not the city driving. What you're thinking of when you're thinking of a fully autonomous car, you're thinking of something out of a sci-fi movie that you just get in and you go, car, take me to California. Well, there's a major problem with that right now, and that's the inherent difficulty and how good human beings actually are at driving. It's the inherent difficulty of driving in inclement weather in uncertain circumstances, like in the mountains. That is not going to be solved for a long time because of the difficulty. But I think in the 2030s, you'll start seeing smaller robo-taxis being rolled out in places like New York City or Los Angeles. That'll be the beginning of it. But these people, when they're factoring in their assumptions on a stock, even a company as dynamic as Tesla, all the rest of us are saying out here is Tesla's a great company. We have confidence. I think I go one of two ways on Tesla. Either the legacy automakers are going to eat its lunch and then buy up Tesla, or Tesla will be a major player in 10 years. I don't think they're going to go out of business. I don't think it's a crap run company. I'm just telling you it's overvalued. And this is one of the assumptions that these idiots are factoring in to their assumptions is that, my Tesla, by the end of this year, I'm just going to use it as a robo-taxi. Here's the problem. Those deaths and those accidents, the government gets involved. Right or wrong, whether you agree with this or you have a more libertarian outlook on it, I tend to understand both sides of the argument. When you're dealing with something like this, I understand both the government wanting to come in and look at what's going on, crack down on false claims of self-driving's ability. Sorry, I say, but once the government's involved, and it is now, and all you need, and I said this from the beginning, is somebody not paying attention and crashing their car with full self-driving on and killing a family or a grandma or a child or something like that. All it's going to take is something sensationalized for the government to come in, tell all these car companies, okay, we need to do research. And once the government gets involved like that, 20 years at minimum before you'll see a full self-driving car. I don't know if that's going to be the outcome, but I'm just saying that's there. And so here it is. It's plain as day. Your Tesla, not going to be self-driving in a year. Sorry. It's just not. Not going to have your robo-taxis. So this is something that you're probably going to need to take out of your assumptions. Because the assumptions I read from Kathy Woods about how much the robo-taxi is going to bring in was just absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know where she got these numbers. She has no understanding of the rate of technological progress. I don't even think the woman looks at financial statements when she picks her stocks. I really honestly think she rolls a pair of Dungeons and Dragons dice just to see, should I buy Coinbase? Here, let me roll a D20 and see if that's a critical. That's what I think she does to pick her stocks. But anyways, like and subscribe or don't, and I'm out. And like I said, if you want to see a stock, leave it in the comment section. I'm going to be back in the discounted cash flow business in about 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.